I've been renovating this house for almost 2 years now, and let's just say some things have been left unfinished. You know those tiny little projects you tell yourself you'll get to later? Well, it turns out that later means 2 years of walking past them every single day until they drive you clinically insane. So today, I'm finally tackling the stuff that has been haunting me. So I'm gonna need you guys to wish me luck, because honestly, I might just burn the whole house down. But before I do that, I have a bit of an announcement to make. So I am very excited to tell you guys that Tim and I are engaged, though he's not home right now. Maybe I should have waited for him to come home, but it's fine. He'll show up later in the video. For those of you that are wondering how, it was absolutely beautiful. It was on a beach in Mexico, and it was nighttime, and the moon got huge. We waited for it to rise, and it kind of started raining, which made it even more special. He got down on one knee and he proposed. And I obviously said yes. Easiest answer I have ever given. So anyways, let's jump into the projects. So one of the first things that I really want to address, I made a vent cover. I made this one the same time I made all of the other ones. And initially I didn't see any issues with this one. But then when I went to stick it up here, that is when I realized that it was far too small. You can see obviously the gap here. I don't really know how I f***ed this one up, but I did. And we have not had a vent cover in here since, so we gotta make a new one. So the first thing that I have to figure out here is what are the dimensions of the vent so that we don't repeat the same mistakes twice. 6.5, 12.5. I hate that this water bowl is in here because every time I'm in here, I step on it or pull it with the vacuum cleaner cord. For the love of shit. Okay, so this is my very detailed drawing, and now I gotta go clean this up before I cut the wood. F***ing dogs, man. Okay, now if I have done this properly, this should theoretically create a perfect rectangle, though I don't actually have the best history with this. There's mosquitoes. Did you guys see that? The mosquitoes here are f***ing insane. Okay, 2 wins. My rectangle is correct, and I've killed a couple mosquitoes, so I'd call that a win. So now is the moment of truth. See if this actually fits. Yeah, that fits perfectly. We're good to go. Okay, so the next thing that I have to do is glue this frame together, and I think I'm just gonna do that using some wood glue and some clamps, and then we're gonna let that dry. Okay, I know I have wood glue in here somewhere because I rage bought it last time I was doing a project because I didn't realize I had run out of wood glue. Oh, there it is. We're in business. Oh, never mind, hold on. I need clamps. Ooh, you're sticking. No. Oh, oh. All right, now I just gotta leave this to dry, and hopefully it'll be fine in the morning. So there are a couple of things that come to mind when I think of Level 8, the company, which happens to be today's sponsor for this video. Now, me personally, I associate them with excellent quality, fantastic style, getting asked a lot of questions in the airport about where I got my luggage. And last but not least, I think of how they are the most functional pieces of luggage I have ever had in my life. So Level 8 was gracious enough to send me a piece in their Luminous collection, and it's pink. That's adorable. Look at that thing. This is so cute. Various colors available. So from what I'm seeing here, it looks like it's almost like a pastel color collection. This is the most adorable luggage. Okay, let's see it open up. It's got those classic TSA locks, smooth, sturdy zippers, and let's see the interior. Oh, that's cute. I love this one. Here, let me give you guys a closer look. It has those dual compartments separated by, I like that this is mesh so that it can breathe. And then it's got these separate little compartments too for miscellaneous items, maybe a curling iron, hair products, maybe even 2 pairs of shoes if you wanted to, along with an entirely other separate compartment on the other side. It's got those smooth, classic Level 8 wheels, which are still the smoothest wheels I have ever encountered. It is my personal belief that Level 8 suitcases will put your luggage to shame. Look at that. And it just stopped rolling. The Level 8 luminous luggage has 2 handles for picking up its lightweight polycarbonate shell. It also has a scratch-resistant outside and a telescopic handle. So Level 8 is offering their Luminous series in several different sizes. This one that I have here is the 20-inch, which I think would be perfect for kids or trips that require packing a little bit on the lighter side. Though this is a compact little powerhouse with its excellent compartments and style. I will put the link for this series in the description box below, and as always, a massive thank you to Level 8 for sponsoring today's video. So it is the next day, and I'm fairly certain that this is dry and attached. I'm just gonna take these off. Okay. I mean, the paper stuck to it. That's not really that surprising, but other than that, it's looking pretty good. It's a solid frame. So the next thing I've got to do is I have to paint this, and I have to put the mesh wire in it so that it's an actual vent cover and not just a couple pieces of wood glued together. So I got a giant thing of primer and very little paint left, but I think this is gonna be enough. I think I can work with that. Okay, well, it bit me. Let's do this. I think I'm just gonna, ooh, candy corn's on sale. I know everyone just says it doesn't taste like anything, but I actually f***ing love candy corn. I'm just gonna dip straight into the bucket. Now, I know that some of you at home might be thinking to yourself, Rose, why don't you get like one of those little things that holds your paint like a normal person should? I assure you that there is good reason for me not taking that step. And the reason is because f*** it. So while this is drying, I need to, let's see here. I never found a proper home for this. I gotta cut this mesh stuff to fit in there. Should cut through this, from what I remember, very easily. That works on the other side. So now that that's cut, I am going to set up out here. I gotta close this though, because of the mosquitoes. I have to spray paint that metal mesh. That looks good enough. Now, I know I have that spray paint in here. These are clear ones. You know what? It might be over in that other closet. Found them. Now I just gotta spray. So while all of this stuff is drying, I'm going to move on to my next project. So I would like to talk to you guys for a second in front of my brand new fireplace because I love it. I want to tell you guys, now this isn't a sponsor, but I want to tell you guys about the best $5 that I have spent this entire summer. And that is this electric bug zapper. Now, the thing that I want to share is the fact that number one, I am a big fan of electric bug zappers. I bought one last year and it was great, right? Except I broke it because I went a little too whole hog going after one of these little f***ers on the ceiling, and I went like this and I busted the button, and Tim tried to fix it. It's never been the same. So anyways, I was at Harbor Freight and I saw that they had, when I tell you, bins full of these things, these $5 bug zappers worth every freaking penny. The one that I had last year was effective at killing mosquitoes, and that used one AA or AAA battery. I was surprised when I bought this one, and it requires 2 D batteries. Uses 2 D batteries sold separately. Now, I'm sure that you can imagine that with one AAA or AA battery, I can't remember what it was, the fact that that would electrocute a mosquito, I'm sure that you can draw the conclusion of what sort of electrocution we're talking about when you throw in 2 D batteries. I swing and they just pop. Like the noise that comes off of this thing. I'm just out here like Venus and Serena with my racket. Just anyways, yeah, I'm not sponsored by this, but that's all. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. So this project has been driving me completely and utterly insane. And honestly, probably Tim more so than me because this is his side of the bed. These curtains are great, but the problem is they are, I shit you not, like 3 feet too long. I mean, seriously, look at how much extra curtain there is. That's insane. And then Kirby over here likes to lay on the curtains, so then they get disgusting and it's just gotta go. Normally, I would have just used that hemming tape that IKEA sells where you just like, you iron it, or if you're me and you don't own an iron, so you just use a flat iron, like a you know? Anyways, I would have done that except for the fact that I feel like there is way too much material here. Like literally all of this has to go. Like this is ridiculous. I feel like this is too much material to fold up and do all of that jazz with. So I'm going to pin it and then I'm going to chop the extra shit off and then I'm going to sew it. I know that that's a big step for me to actually sew something. And honestly, I haven't used a sewing machine since I was in college, which was a while ago. So wish me luck. My plan here is to just take a pin and mark roughly where it hits the floor. Dog tennis balls. Okay, I'm comfortable with that. That means that all of this has to come off. Okay, so first curtain down, we're gonna see how this goes. So I'm imagining, okay, so I have my pin. Wait, where'd it go? There it is. That if I measure how much distance I have from the bottom, that then I can figure out how much I need to take off. And then I have to iron this edge so that I can actually like see where it's supposed to go, where like the bottom of the curtain. One of the downsides though is the fact that I still don't have an iron. So I'm gonna use a hair straightener because it's what I've got. Okay, I'm just gonna use a Post-it note as my frame of reference with how far from the bottom I'm gonna pin. So now I'm kind of imagining that I can take this level here and go up against these pins that I have and just mark it with a pencil. And then I have a straight line to work with to like chop it off, if that makes sense. Makes sense to me. Now I've got the sharpest pair of scissors that I own. They're not that sharp. I'm hoping that they're sharp enough to cut through this layer of fabric here. This is nerve-wracking. This is all Kirby. This is nerve-wracking. This is what just came off. Okay, we're not gonna worry about that. I'm just gonna look away. Okay, so I have a sewing machine here, and this is not mine. I borrowed it from a friend. So I don't fully know how this one works. Pretty sure it's this one. I could be very wrong about that. Okay, so it's saying 1, 2, loop down here, 3, there's no 4. Oh, 4 is up here. Okay, I'm assuming that I have done all of that correctly. Maybe I should do a practice piece first. Haha, it sewed it. I am fairly certain we're in business. Holy shit, did that work? Okay, I think that actually worked. Now I'm gonna go see if this fits. Full transparency, I'm gonna be shocked if this actually worked. Yeah, it seriously worked. Okay, a win is a win. Now I just have to rinse and repeat on this side, and then I'll have a second curtain. So I'm gonna go do that real quick. It looks so much better. Look at that. There's not an extra 3 feet dangling off here. They just nicely sweep the ground. I think it looks f***ing great. So now that this is dry, I am just going to do a quick sand job on this and then paint it. All right, so now I just gotta give this a quick coat or two of paint. I don't know what I was expecting that to smell like, but it smells like paint. I guess some part of me thought it would smell like mold for some reason. Now I just gotta wait for this to dry. Okay, so my frame is nice and dry, but Tim is on a Zoom call in his office area right now, and I really don't want to interrupt that. So I'm gonna go get the mesh and then see if I can't find an easy way to attach it to the frame. So I've got my frame and my mesh, and this fits perfectly like this. Last time I used liquid nails to secure it, and then that didn't stick all the way, so I ended up also securing it with other little nails, the liquid nails. That ended up being like a total mess and was really hard to do. I'm gonna try these little guys, just the nails, see if I can't make that work. So hard to hold these little nails in place. What if I used a bobby pin? Okay, I don't know that this is gonna work, but I've got a pin trying to hold that in place. Oh my God, that worked. All right. Okay, please, for the love of work. Oh no, that's too wide apart. No. Okay, all right, that's fine. It's fine. Okay, that works. That works. I guess I can throw this one out. I want to see what Tim thinks. Hey, Tim.
Yeah.
Can you check this out for me, please? Do you notice anything different about this room?
Curtains?
Yes, actually. The curtains are shorter. Anything else? I honestly forgot about that already. Anything else? No, not the hat.
Wow, nice.
You didn't notice. Okay, great.
The door was
so
closed.
Tim loves it. Oh, I told them about our engagement.
Nice, what'd they say?
I don't know, actually. Probably excited. I'm making assumptions here, but I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I'm excited.
Yeah?
I'm happy.
Good, I am too. Oh, one last thing that I wanted to tell you guys. So a big thank you to everyone that hyped last week's video. We have made it to, I think, number 27.
Nice.
Something like that. I think 27 on YouTube's hype list, which is insane to me. And all of that was because of you guys. So I really want to say a big thank you to everyone that subscribes to my channel. If you have been here since the beginning, joined us somewhere along on the journey, or even those of you that are here for your first time today. So I wanted to say a big thank you to everyone that made that happen. You guys want a snack? Come on.
All right, come on.
I now have 2 unfinished projects completed and many more to go, but I am pleased with the ones that I did get done. If you've made it this far into the video, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I post videos every Monday. If you're interested in videos like the one you're watching now, then this video here might be worth a watch.